you love reading or you know someone who does, you have to sew this book cushion. And to make it, I'm going to use this piece of remnant I have from a skirt I made 2 years ago. It's lovely with beautiful colors, and because I have a skirt already, I'm not going to use it, so it's ideal for that. At first I was going to use this fabric, which is lovely, but someone told me about making a mini skirt and I thought that it was a great idea. So I'm going to keep it and use this piece of remnant. I have a skirt already, I'm not going to use it, so it's ideal for that. So if you're like me and you love sewing and making use of everything you have, consider subscribing because I upload twice a week and that way you don't miss anything. And I'll leave you here my Instagram account in case you want to have a look. The project is going to be quite easy to do. It's going to be like a triangle-shaped cushion with pockets on the side to put your bookmarks or glasses or tissues for allergies. And then it's going to have a handle as well to take it around and elastic bands to keep the book in place, as well as a rest on the bottom. We're also going to use some interfacing to give it a bit more structure, and then for the filling you can either use some scraps you have around or cushion filler as well. For my cushion I'm going to be cutting 2 big rectangles of fabric, 35 centimeters base by 25 height, and then a third one which is a bit narrower, but it is the same 35 long and 20 wide. And then the triangles that go on the side are 20 centimeters wide by the 25 centimeters height we did before. After cutting my pieces of fabric, I'm going to start by adding bias tape to all the details I want, like the pockets and the handle, which I'm going to sandwich between the 2 big pieces of fabric and then form the triangle. So with everything cut, I'm going to start by making a few seams, sewing a few seams first. So I thought I have this lovely bias tape in yellow, so I'm going to use it to hem the top of the pocket so they look nicer and a bit more structure. So I'm going to start by doing that, then I'll cut and do shape, and also I'm going to use this as the elastic I had said to keep the corners of the book in place. I have elastic band, but so it matches, I'm going to do this and the top of the handle as well. To make my handle, I just folded my rectangle of fabric in 3 and added bias tape to one of the long sides. And then to the other, I went ahead and top stitch all along it because top stitching adds strength to anything you sew it to, and it looks really nice either way. And the bottom bit that holds the book in place needs to be closed, so I'm going to fold it right sides together and sew the sides. And now with the pockets done, I'm going to place them on the triangles and stitch them. Why? Because if not, when putting them all together, all the pieces together, it can fall out of place and it'll be a bit more difficult to fix. And with this done, they look cute. I'm going to interface all the bigger pieces. Interfacing is ideal to all of these kind of projects because of course it adds strength and the cushion is going to be more stable, especially because we wanted to keep a book on top. So I'm going to just make sure my fabric sticks to the interface, and then try to cover it with a cloth so you don't iron too much on the right side of the fabric. And before I do anything else, I'm going to fill in this bit and sew it. And I'm going to do that with the zipper foot. Why with that one? Because it hasn't got that little foot on the side, so you can go really close to your seam. Now it's time to start putting the cushion together. So the first thing is placing the handle where I want it between the two big rectangles of fabric that are the main pieces. So I'm going to pin it right there in the middle of them both, folding it so it takes the shape and it is aligned to the top. To sew it, I just did a straight stitch, and when getting to the handle, I made sure I went forwards and backwards a few times so it's quite strong, and then I went ahead and top stitch to make sure it's really strong. And this long shape is the one that's going to take shape when sewing the side triangles like so. I'm going to leave open the back bit because it's much easier to close a straight seam than trying to close a triangle shaped one. Sewing the triangles might look a bit scary, but it isn't. I just did it from the top to one of the sides and then again from the same top to the other, so I can sew the bottom at the end and it looks really neat. Let's turn it right sides out. Estupendo. Looking good. Well, it holds, doesn't it? It's really good. I like the little pockets for your bookmarker or things like that, your glasses. I wear glasses. And the bias tape, you can use elastic band as well. It's good because it holds the book in place. And you can adapt it a little bit because it's filled in. So let me know down in the comments what you thought, if you like this kind of ideas, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new, because I upload twice a week and that way you don't miss anything. And I'll leave you here a link to all the little things you can do with scraps. So stay around for a while.